Going to go up north about 100 miles to the CNMI, where Tomas Manglona, as I understand it, is at the CNMI legislature, where there is much going on right now. Tomas, what can you tell us about what is happening with policymaking for our friends up in the NMI?
Half a day, Jason. Good morning. Yes, it's a busy day at Capitol Hill, and we had to step outside. We're at the back of the Senate chambers as more confirmation hearings are underway for Governor Arnold Palacios and Lieutenant Governor David Apatang's cabinet appointments. This is about the 6th or 7th Senate committee hearing that they're holding. We first heard from the nominees for the Department of Community and Cultural Affairs, the Department of Lands and Natural Resources, the Office of Indigenous Affairs, and today two big major nominations are up for questioning by senators. That's Anthony Torres with the Department of Corrections, who's the acting commissioner, and Leila Staffler, Governor Palacios' former rival from the Democratic Party, who's nominated for Labor Secretary. We're hearing a lot, and just before we went live here on the air, we heard Anthony Torres deliver his opening statement to the senators, who will be grilling him with questions about the Department of Corrections. Of course, that department coming under lots of scrutiny over the past few years over its leadership, its officers being equipped, and with different things being brought in and out of our local prisons. Of course, we brought you that profile of Mr. Torres a few weeks ago when we learned that he was first appointed. He's, of course, lots of attention, and media has been focusing on his past as a UFC fighter, but he also brings a lot of vast experience in federal and local law enforcement, having worked in the Federal Bureau of Prisons in Honolulu, and also extensive experience as a counselor also in Arizona and in the States. And so we're hearing a lot from current Department of Corrections officers. One officer who said he has over 10 years of experience at the Corrections Department, saying he's never testified before, but he wanted to show up today to show his support for this particular commissioner because, as some of them said in their public testimony, they want change at the Department of Corrections. And we actually got a chance to speak with Mr. Torres before he headed into the Senate chamber, and wanted to offer you this bit of a clip of our interview before he received questioning from the senators. Take a listen. What are you hoping to present to the Senate today?
Well, I'm hoping to basically present a lot of the ideas, or a lot of the things that I've done thus far in the 6 weeks that I've been. I hit the ground running at DOC, and I want to share with them the vision that I have and some of the goals that I have moving forward. And yeah, I'm here to answer all questions that they have and address them the best I can, and move forward to making our islands, the CNMI, a better place for all of us.
The Department of Corrections, Jason, employs 150 officers and staff. Last we checked, there was about 175 inmates. So, of course, a big task at hand for the nominee, Anthony Torres. And at 1:30 p.m., we are going to be covering and hearing from Leila Staffler, who is nominated to be the Labor Secretary. Of course, that being significant because she ran as a lieutenant governor candidate under the Democratic Party, and now her former rival, the current governor elected to the office, appointing her to that post. And so we'll have more tonight on Primetime and on Instagram at KUAM CNMI. Back to you in the studio.